fights, but 209, man, it feels like this is the first real big show of the year. Now, you were in 205, which was obviously a lot bigger, but nevertheless, now you're in the headlining role. How does this one compare to 205 for you? How are you feeling about it generally?
You know what? I'm feeling great about it. I've always loved fighting in Vegas. New York was a little different. Just the whole hype and the fans, it was all new. Biggest fight in UFC history, and I know it broke some Madison Square Garden records. It was huge. But we're going to be headlining this fight. So for me, I know I got to go out there and perform and do what I know I'm capable of for the fans and the UFC. So I'm just happy to be a part and, headlining this event.
Now that Conor's not there and you guys are in the headlining role, what sort of additional costs are there?
Well, when you're headlining a fight, of course you're doing more media stuff as I'm doing today, involved, and you got media obligations going on through the week. But for most people, they feel like they have to go out there and they really got to perform to, better than they normally do. But which is the goal anyway. But I'm with my style, it's a little different and more exciting than most styles out there. So for me, I can just go out there and have some fun. And I know it's another title fight for me, but I look at it as just another fight. I consider my real job teaching karate back home. I don't need to fight to make a living, but I do it because I love it. I do it for the honor and the glory. So for me, I'm just going out there and having some fun. You know what? I've been in the game for a very long time. Been fought all over the world. Fought some of the best guys in the UFC, and for me, it gives me a relaxed feeling, knowing that I go out there and do it because I love doing it for the fun of it, and I just don't feel that extra pressure to have to go out there and have to win this fight because I'm relying on this, And some guys, they feel like they have to because this is all they do. But for me, it's different, and it's kind of hard to explain. But man, I'm just blessed to be where I'm at and along for the ride. To be honest with you,
how fast is he?
He's explosive. He's not. I've fought faster guys, but he's got great timing, which makes him seem a whole lot faster than what he is. He's got a good timing in that fourth round. He timed it just right when I threw my right hand, and he ended up smoking me twice with it. And so yeah, he's got great timing. He's pretty quick, but I believe I'm faster.
Now, a guy like you, who's got a ton of competitive experience, certainly you've got 15 or so MMA fights, and God knows how many kickboxing fights, amateur, pro, smokers, rounds in the gym. You know what I mean? Usually those guys are pretty self-aware. What I'm wondering is, after UFC 205, did you learn anything about yourself? And more than that, was there any part of your strategy, even though the fight was a draw, where you said, you know what, we were right about that? Maybe I didn't get the ultimate result that I wanted, but I was sniffing around the right area with this.
Yeah, I knew that he gets his left side forward, doesn't switch up a whole lot, loves to throw his right hand, which when you go back and watch his previous fights, that's pretty much all he does, is throw that right hand, tries to take you down, maybe tries to clinch you up against the cage, which is exactly what he did, and we knew he was going to do. It was weird because it was one of those nights I just didn't let my hands go, didn't let it go, and very hesitant during that fight, and didn't do what I know I was capable of doing. So I was kind of disappointed in myself, but I did also learn a lot about myself that night too, knowing that where most people would have given up in that fourth round, I stuck in there and took his best shot, that guillotine, fought out of that guillotine, and a lot of respect from a lot of fans after that, and inspired a lot of people after that too, which was pretty cool.
Tony Ferguson taking on Khabib Nurmagomedov. I know as a spectator and as an observer about this sport, you must have an opinion about this one, or at least some strong anticipation for it. What are you expecting out of those two on Saturday?
Man, these guys, on top of that, these guys do not like each other at all. I don't know if you've heard the back and forth that these guys have had. They do not like each other. It's going to be a great fight. I mean, Ferguson, he's got great stand-up. He's very tall, very long. He's good at keeping guys away with his reach. And Khabib, he's got good wrestling, good ground and pound, and at some point in time, Khabib's probably going to get Ferguson down. But you got to think too, Ferguson's very crafty off of his back. He's got good jiu-jitsu, and he's just very tricky. So, man, I can't say who's going to win this fight, because at the top of the game, it's very difficult because you never know what's going to happen. But that's what makes this sport so exciting, and that might have something to do with it.
Where are you on the sparring debate? How much is necessary for you at this point in a camp?
You know what? Closer, of course, we spar twice a week. That's it. Wednesdays, we do a stand-up night. It's nothing but stand-up. Saturday, we put it all together. But we wear headgear. We pad from head to toe, and we always keep it light to the head. Sometimes you get out there and, testosterone starts flying, but we know when to back off. We work the body. You can condition the body, but you cannot condition the brain. And that's one thing that I've learned from working with my dad. My dad's been training fighters for many, many, many years, and world champions at that. So he knows how to do it and do it right.